What is going on, guys? In this video, I'm going to be sharing with you something that is very near and dear to my heart, and that is how to attract your perfect power couple partner, your soulmate, your loved one, whatever you want to call it. And like I said, this is something that's very near and dear to my heart because it's something I have achieved in the last year. I've met an amazing, beautiful, smart, funny, just amazing synchronicities. We are 100% reflections and mirrors of each other, and it's been, last year was a blessing in itself, but she was arguably the biggest blessing out of the entire year. And so I'm very excited to share with you, and I just want to give you guys 3 sort of actionable steps that you can take to achieve this in your own life. So for those of you that don't know, my name is Joshua Sparks. I run an agency, I'm a course creator, I do some coaching, and this YouTube here, this podcast, this show, whatever you're watching it on, this is all about just providing as much value as I can, helping those transform their identity, shift their mindset, and achieve, whatever it is that they're trying to achieve in life. So back to the topic at hand. The first thing you have to do when you are trying to call in your power couple partner, as I like to call it, or your soulmate, or your twin flame, whatever you want to call it, whatever you want to label this person as, the first thing you have to do is just get very, very specific on what you're trying to attract, who you are trying to call in, what this person is like, right? And so I don't care if you think it's superficial, or if you think it's funny, or you think it's too small of a detail. I mean, literally get as specific as you possibly can, right? As specific as you are aware of, at least, right? So that might be, physical attributes. It might be personality traits. It might be what they do for work. It might be where they come from. It might be, their hobbies or what their business is in life, right? So get as specific as you possibly can with who you are trying to call in. Right? The universe loves specificity, and if you are not specific, it's not going to know what you're trying to bring in, right? So you have to get extremely specific, and I literally mean writing it down, pen on paper, taking 20, 30 minutes of your time to really sit with yourself and think about who it is that you're trying to attract. Because so many of us, of course we want love, we want the relationship of our dreams, but so many of us don't even know what that looks like. Right? So the first step is to understand exactly what that looks like. What kind of relationship are you trying to call in the first place? Okay? So once you have this list, this amazing list of all these traits and attributes and characteristics of this amazing, beautiful person that you're looking for, now you have to understand who that person is also looking for. Because you best believe somebody of that caliber is also going to have high standards, right? They're also going to be trying to attract and call in a certain type of person, right? So if you're trying to call in somebody who is, let's just say, an entrepreneur who has, hobby for fitness, who cares about being healthy, who likes traveling the world, chances are that type of person is also going to be looking for those characteristics in their dream partner, right? So knowing that, now you have an idea as to who you need to work on becoming or continue to be in order to call that person in, right? And this is very, very important because you can nail the first step, you can get a very good idea of who you're trying to call in, and you might stumble upon that person. But if you're not yet operating at the level that they're looking for, then now your opportunity is kind of wasted, right? So the second step is to really sit down with yourself and figure out, what does this person need from me? What is this person trying to call in right now, right? If I want a really fit partner, chances are I also need to be fit, right? Now that obviously isn't always the case, but you get what I'm saying, right? Most likely, most of the time, that what you're trying to call in is also trying to call in the very same thing, right? So that is the second step. Think about who you need to become in order to attract that partner, okay? And the third thing is you just need to understand that first and foremost, you need to love yourself, right? Because if we don't love ourselves, if we don't yet feel that worthiness within our own identity, whoever it is that we're looking for, or whoever it is that we're calling in, they're going to feel that, right? And nobody likes desperation, right? Nobody likes any feelings of unworthiness, right? So if you think about the example of, you know, money, right, or being broke, if you are, let's just say you're extremely broke, but you want to call in money, you're going to be operating at a frequency of desperation, at a frequency of lack, at a frequency of scarcity, right? And chances are, if you're trying to sign a client, let's say you own a business, you run a business, if you're trying to sign a client yet, but your voice is reeking with desperation and lack and broke mentality, people are going to feel that, and they're not going to want to work with you, right? So in the same way, if you're trying to call in this amazing, beautiful partner, yet your identity is set on, I'm not someone of worth yet, I'm not worthy for this type of person, or I don't really even love myself enough yet, then they're going to feel that, and they're likely not going to be very attracted to that, right? And again, you're going to blow your opportunity for developing and cultivating a beautiful relationship with them, right? So, recap. First thing is, you need to get very, very specific. Write down everything that you can possibly think of what you're looking for. The second thing is you need to understand what type of person you need to become in order for that person to also be interested in you, right? And then the third thing is you really need to focus on your internal, right? Understanding that if you are operating at a frequency of, you know, low self-worth or low self-confidence, that they're likely not going to be interested in that, right? So, and you're going to repel that opportunity away. Your frequency isn't going to be vibrating at that which you're trying to call in. So, I hope you guys found those tips helpful, and tune in for the next video, and I appreciate your time. Peace.